Director John Carpenter, the creative force behind such box office bonanzas as Halloween, The Fog, Escape from New York, and Christine, on location in Tennessee with his latest film from Columbia Pictures, an action-adventure-filled romance called Starman.
Action!
The film stars Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen and marks a change from the horror and suspense genre for director Carpenter.
I've done a lot of thrillers and suspense and horror films. I've also done other kinds of films. I did a 3-hour movie about Elvis Presley for television. And so I feel like my work has a kind of a broad range to it. I also feel like I've been moving slowly into different areas, and Starman is just another step towards a more dramatic film. It has comedy and adventure and science fiction, so it's things that I'm used to.
Well, there are elements in the love story that we're familiar with. It Happened One Night, the film with Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert comes to mind, and it has some of the elements of that in that it's about two people who are at odds with each other in the beginning of the film, and then after they have a journey together, they discover that they're in love with each other.
Well, it's sort of a love story between an alien and a human woman. I sort of have jokingly called it Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind, or Fifth Kind, or I don't know what you'd call it. Love story of the third kind.
My favorite love story has always been The Graduate. That's actually practically my favorite picture. It's a terrific film. And I think there are probably some similarities here in that, you know, when Dustin Hoffman first meets Catherine Ross, he doesn't like her. And the same is pretty well true here. When Karen's character first meets the Starman, you know, she's terrified of the guy.
Charles Martin Smith, who spent 2 years in the Arctic wilderness filming Never Cry Wolf, plays Sherman, a government agent sympathetic to Starman and effusive in his praise for actor Bridges.
This is Charlie Martin Smith.
Getting a camera lesson from Jeffrey Widelux Bridges.
He plays Mark Sherman.
That's right. This man is an alien as only an alien can be played.
I think Jeff had the most difficult role in the film because he had to portray a super intelligent alien cloned in a human body who really doesn't understand the traditions or the niceties of Earth, and yet he's incredibly intelligent. So he had to get across that plus kind of being a dummy at the same time.
So you're trying to be very natural and, you know, be at home in your body, and this is the antithesis of that. This here called for feeling uneasy in your body and like it was a strange ride almost being inside a human body.
It's certainly a situation I've never been in, never will be in. I've never known anyone who was in that situation. So I have nothing to go on except what I imagine I might do or feel or how I might behave in that situation.
Starman isn't a special effects film, although it does have explosions, car crashes, and fires, all orchestrated by special effects coordinator Roy Arbogast.
The hardest thing we're doing is the forest fire. It wouldn't normally be, but we're in a tropical, almost a tropical forest, and we've had weeks of rain, and it's a big fire, about 6 acres, and it's just real hard to maintain the fire.
He also had to engineer spectacular effects like this.
Action! Fire!
Amidst the explosions, the adventure, the action, and the love scenes was the steadying influence and guiding touch of director Carpenter.
I think one of the most important things that a director can do is create a sort of a general atmosphere that you work under. And all the shows that I've done, it seems to be however the director is, everybody else sort of, you know, takes their cue from him. And John creates a very kind of light feeling like doesn't have to be heavy work. This can be fun, and we can have a good time and do that. And that, again, I think that makes for creative atmosphere.
He's the kind of director who is a good collaborator in the sense that he he keeps, you have a sense he knows what he is doing and what he wants to do with the story and with the characters, but he's also very, very open-minded, and that's something very special about him.
Movie making is something special, but many times not an easy task.
Starman was a difficult film logistically because we had to shoot all across country in very bad weather and in very difficult conditions. I think that was the most difficult thing about it, was the shooting schedule was such that we were out during the spring all over the country, and first it would be hot weather, then cold weather, then rain, and with a giant company of people moving, it was very difficult.
The logistical nightmare.
When audiences go to see the film, they will be entertained, they'll laugh, they'll be moved by it. I think the way I'd like an audience to react to Starman is to have a real good time.
One of the interesting things about the film and why I was attracted to it in the first place was that you have a very intimate love story going on, taking place on this huge canvas of really spectacular proportions. And you have special effects and all this sort of thing, but basically